Welcome to this session on GPC Analysis, your complete guide to gel permeation chromatography. I'm excited to walk you through this because whether you're in pharma, materials science, or advanced polymers, understanding GPC is absolutely crucial. At ResolveMass Laboratories, our scientists have put together this guide to simplify a complex subject for you. Now, let's begin with the basics. Gel permeation chromatography, also known as size exclusion chromatography, is often called the gold standard for polymer characterization. Why? Because it tells us how polymer molecules are distributed in size and weight. Think of it like looking at a classroom. Not just knowing how many students are there, but also how tall or short they are, and how that mix affects the overall environment. That's exactly what GPC does for polymers. So what exactly happens in a GPC analysis? Imagine lining up polymer molecules by size. The big ones move fast and the smaller ones lag behind. The technique then calculates things like number, average molecular weight, weight, average molecular weight, and something called the polydispersity index, or PDI. Together, these give us a fingerprint of the polymer's structure. Why does all of this matter? Because consistency is king in polymer science. If a batch is inconsistent, the properties of your drug delivery system or plastic product could completely change. GPC helps us ensure batch-to-batch uniformity, detect if a polymer has degraded or cross-linked, and confirm whether it meets regulatory or client specifications. Now, people often ask us some really common questions. For example, what does a GPC test really mean? Well, it's simply a test that measures molecular weight distribution. Another one, how is GPC different from HPLC? While both are chromatography techniques, GPC separates by size, whereas HPLC separates based on chemical properties. And finally, how accurate is GPC? The truth is, very accurate, as long as proper calibration and detectors are used. Let's take a closer look at how GPC actually works. Imagine a column filled with tiny porous beads. When a polymer sample flows through this column, the large molecules don't fit into the pores, so they pass straight through. Smaller molecules, on the other hand, get trapped in those pores, weaving in and out, and so they take longer to come out. The result? A clear separation that tells us about the size distribution of molecules in the sample. At ResolveMass, we make sure the science is backed by the best tools. We use Waters, Agilent, and Shimadzu GPC platforms with options for both aqueous and organic phases. We also use advanced detectors like refractive index, UV, multi-angle light scattering, and viscometers. What does this mean for you? It means our reports don't just tell you a number. They give you a complete and reliable picture of your polymer. So, how does a typical GPC project flow in our lab? It starts with pre-screening the sample and checking solubility. Then we select the right mobile phase, calibrate the column with standards, and run the separation. Finally, we interpret the data and deliver a clear report. Every step is carried out by PhD-level scientists to make sure nothing is left to chance. Now, the beauty of GPC is that it's not limited to one field. In pharmaceuticals, it's used for drug delivery polymers. In biotechnology, it helps profile pegylated proteins and polysaccharides. Material scientists use it for high-performance polymers and additives. Even in medical devices, GPC is key to developing biodegradable polymers and hydrogels. And of course, academia relies on it for fundamental polymer research. So to wrap things up, GPC analysis is more than just a test. It's the foundation for ensuring your polymers are reliable, consistent, and regulatory ready. At ResolveMass, we combine advanced instrumentation, validated methods, and years of expertise to deliver results you can truly trust. If you're working with polymers and need accurate, timely analysis, we'd love to partner with you. Reach out to our GPC experts and let's take your polymer research and development to the next level.